I want you guys to remember that this is a fan-driven channel. I do not play Madden, haven't played Madden in almost 20 years. The last time I played Madden was 2006. But when it comes to the salary cap of the Detroit Lions and us breaking the bank, I think a lot of you may actually play Madden instead. As a matter of fact, I think your general manager, Brad Holmes, plays Madden more than I do. Because when it comes down to it, there are some things that he's done that is going to bite us in the rear very soon. It happens when you have a great draft and you make great draft picks and you have great players. The rent always comes due. And you're going to see next year that the Pied Piper, he here and he about to get comfortable. He going to want his money, okay? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the Detroit Lions are in the perfect position to trade for Trey Hendrickson if the capital can be right. I saw today that the Cincinnati Bengals are talking about a first-round pick. You must be crazy. Ain't no way that you're going to get somebody with a one-year deal over 30 and a first-round pick. Allegedly, they turned down a deal already that involved a second-round pick. Now, according to the Cincinnati Bengals, they want a defensive player, a young stud or something like that, and they want a first-round pick. I think, personally, they're trying to hold this man hostage more than they've already been doing. But let's say that the Detroit Lions can finesse this and they can make this happen from a draft capital standpoint. Now is the perfect time for the Detroit Lions to make a move like this. Brad Holmes hasn't made a needle-moving move in free agency or via trade yet. You can call it, if you want to say Carlton Davis, you can say Carlton Davis. I'm not going to say Carlton Davis. You can say Carlton Davis. I'm not going to say Carlton Davis, but I know Trey Hendrickson would be a needle-moving move. A unicorn just became available, and the Detroit Lions must try everything in their power to make it happen. If Trey Hendrickson was to be traded to the Detroit Lions, I would say Super Bowl, no doubt. All right, that would be, to me, the missing piece. But why do the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, need to act now? Why is now the perfect time for them to act and make a move for Trey Hendrickson? Let me tell you. So the Detroit Lions right now are, let me show you real quick, and then I'll bring in why they need to do this. Right now, we are second in 2025 heading into the NFL season. We are second in cap space at $51 million. Not too shabby. We are the second youngest team in the league underneath the New England Patriots, it appears. Maybe that's not filtered correctly, but maybe it is. All right. So second in cap space, just behind the New England Patriots. Okay, cool. Now, what's going to happen next year? Next year, we have, first of all, let's go over this. Aidan Hutchinson has yet to be extended. We don't know when that's coming. It could come before the season starts. Aleem McNeil got signed to his extension right before the start of the NFL season. So Hutch could already be in the works, okay? Let's say that doesn't get done. Next year, you've got Brian Branch, last year of his deal. You've got Sam Laporta, last year of his deal. You've got Jack Campbell, who's eligible for an extension. You have Jahmyr Gibbs, that will be the highest paid running back in the National Football League, right? Then you have people like Malcolm Rodriguez, where the Detroit Lions could re-sign. He's not going to break the bank, but you got people that you're going to have to re-sign. The team's going to look a lot different next year. Yesterday's price ain't today's price, right? So if the Detroit Lions are going to have, to me, the biggest turnover that we've ever had is going to come next season. And Brad has quite the balancing act to do next year, because you're talking about, I don't even know if I mentioned Jamison Williams, but Jamison Williams, Brian Branch, right? You've got Sam Laporta, you've got Jahmyr Gibbs, you have Jack Campbell, you have Malcolm Rodriguez and others like the role player guys that are either going to be looking for new contracts or a new team, right? But check this out. This is why the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, should act right now. We've already seen that right now the Detroit Lions are going to be second currently in cap space available. But check this out. Let's go and let's select 2026. It's going to refresh. Wait a minute. Where's the Detroit Lions? Let me show you. In 2026, the Detroit Lions will be negative $21 million, only behind the New Orleans Saints at 50, the Kansas City Chiefs at 51, and the Minnesota Vikings at $64 million. So we go from second most available to in the hole, fourth in the hole, right? Fourth most in the hole. So why do the Detroit Lions, why should they act now for Trey Hendrickson? Because Trey Hendrickson is only under contract for one more year. And in doing so, you are not under any contractual obligations for 2026. He would legitimately be a one-year rental. Now, as I said yesterday in my very energetic video about Brad making a move, you've done this before. You've traded for Carlton Davis. You've traded for Zadarius Smith midseason. You traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones, right? So Brad is no stranger to trades. You traded away TJ Hawkinson, which got you a little bit, right? So you're not a stranger to making trades happen, some in the middle of the season, some before the season. So Trey Hendrickson could come in 1 year at this current salary. He is not under contract for any team as of right now next year. There is no monies that need to be paid for him in 2026. And that's what the Detroit Lions are about to pay. A lot of void years and a lot of contracts is why they're going to have to pay what they're going to have to pay starting next year. But right now, you can get an elite pass rusher for about $18.5, $19 million. One season to throw it, the kitchen sink at it and say, let's go for this Super Bowl, right? No obligation for next year. It doesn't affect your cap for next year that you got to work out anyway. So in my honest opinion, now is the perfect time to trade for Trey Hendrickson because you'll bring him in, that $51 million. Now you can carry over all that other stuff. Okay, I get it. I understand that. But to get a guy like Trey Hendrickson, a unicorn, an elite pass rusher, no disrespect to Zadarius Smith, but you got a unicorn available to you right now. He's only under contract for 1 year. Next year, you're going to have to pay the rent, right? And we ain't even talked about the people that all of that, right, is without any extensions. That's without Jahmyr Gibbs. That's without Aidan Hutchinson. That's without anybody that we discussed. Jack, Brian, right? Sam, Gibbs, Hutch, Jameson Williams. So why you're going to have all this money due next year? Why not trade for Trey Hendrickson this year? Give it all you got. And if you fail, you fail. If you don't get there, you don't get there. But you tried. Because believe it or not, things are going to get sticky next year. Watch. Hey, believe me when I say they're going to get sticky next year. Alexander Zaloni, gone. Josh Paschal, Levi, Marcus Davenport, all probably gone. Right? Malcolm Rodriguez, gone. Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, last years of their deal. Jameson Williams, last year of his deal. Okay? So the team is going to change. In 2 years, this team might look drastically different. Why not? Give it all you can this year. It's not going to cost that much. You guys don't think Trey's going to play. Trey's not going to play. He's going to play. He's over 30. He's trying to get a bag. You think if he set out for a year, he's not. If he gets traded to a new team, he will play for that team. Now, he's going to have to make a sacrifice. And if he wants to win, which I'm sure everybody wants to do, he's going to have to decide whether or not he wants to get paid or he wants to win. Especially, so to me, it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for the Bengals. It's a win-win for Detroit. It's a win-win for Trey. Because not only do you come to a Super Bowl caliber team, you also are free next year. We're not going to franchise him. We don't do that. Let him walk. Let him get his money. And hopefully, he's a Super Bowl champion. So, in my opinion, now is the perfect time for the Detroit Lions. There is no monies paid to Trey Hendrickson in 2026 at all. So, our cap for 2026 is not affected by what we do in 25 if we sign Trey, outside of the carryover, right? The rollover. So, in my opinion, if we can just get the capital right and the players. Now, according to some things that I've seen, the Bengals are being super greedy right now. And I think they're trying to hold the brother hostage. I really believe that because now they're saying a first round pick. It ain't no way. The only way that I could see a team parting a first round pick for Trey Hendrickson is if that team believes that he is the missing piece. Think about it. By the time they use that first round pick is selected, Trey Hendrickson is no longer on the team. If you win the Super Bowl, it was all worth it, right? So in no world do I see that happening. So if the packaging is right, that's all the Bengals are waiting on. They're not going to get a first-round pick. The only thing they could do is continue to hold them hostage like they've been doing for the past 2 years. Outside of that, you're not going to get a first-round pick from any smart team. They're not going to – it ain't no way. There's no way any team does that. They didn't do it before. They're definitely not going to do it now. Maybe it takes a second and another pick. Maybe it can be done. And now is the perfect time for the Detroit Lions to make a move. Swing for the fences, trade for Trey. Let's go all in. It takes more. We want more. Give us more. Let's go get this Super Bowl. Let next year be next year, because next year going to be a doozy with or without Trey. Whether we trade for Trey or not, next year is going to be an absolute doozy. It's going to be crazy. The amount of money that's going to be paid, because I truly believe that Jahmyr Gibbs and Aidan Hutchinson will be the highest paid at their positions. And if Brad is already, it looks like, unless he signs Aidan in the next 20-something days, and Aidan balls out of control, he leads the league in sacks, win Defensive Player of the Year, he gets Comeback Player of the Year, you think he ain't going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL? Yes, he will be. And then, not to mention, Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid. He will trump Christian McCaffrey 100% this time next year. Right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you disagree with me. It's okay if you do. I mean, obviously, but I'm just like, the more I look at this, to me, the more it makes sense. It shows that Brad is willing to be aggressive. And I'm going to say something y'all not going to like. I've been saying this for a while, but I don't care if you like it or not. You got enough people. I feel like this space has changed. There's a lot of people, a lot of slappies, a lot of people that don't want to upset you guys so they don't say the wrong thing, right? They won't speak how they really feel in front of the camera. I don't know what happened to the space, but it's soft now. It's a lot of people that just don't want to say what they feel, because everybody falls in line. Nobody wants to stand, outside the group. They want to be in the group. It's a big year for Brad Holmes. It's a big year for Brad Holmes, because a lot of money is due next. A lot of money. A lot of people need to be paid next year. There's going to be some turnover on this team starting next year, right? It's actually already started this year. There's going to be some turnover. Good players that we've grown to like. See, this is what happened when you draft good, right? Leave it up to the draft. He's a draft killer. Okay. And guess what? If you draft good, they play good. And if they play good, say it with me now, they get paid, right? They pay good. So either way it goes, it comes back to get you. You draft good, they play good, you pay good. Or you trade, you sign somebody in free agency. And the bill is always due. For the Detroit Lions, it's coming a little later, because it definitely ain't coming in free agency. That's for sure. So let me know your thoughts, man. Next year is going to be a big year. This year coming up is going to be a monumental year for Brad Holmes, because he's going to have a lot on his plate next year. And if we short of the Super Bowl, I'm just telling you, hey, don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the dude that refuses to fall in line with the rest of the crowd. Anyway, let me know what you think, man. Do you think that I made any sense? Do you think it's still ridiculous? Or do you think the Lions should just say, you know what? Let's go. Let's try this year. Because next year, as they said in Versus, yesterday's price ain't today's price. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.